the pointed questions of adventurers, and instead she woke up a couple days ago and couldn't cast magic, and it has been flopping like a fish on a dock kind of since then, and her whole vibe is ruined. A woman with a ruined vibe, just walking, being like, okay, this, I guess, what, like 19-year-old is telling me what time it is or whatever, or I guess half-elf, so much older than that, but still a young woman is telling this ancient elven woman.
Also very, like, still, she doesn't have Nia doesn't have an incredible grasp, truly, on what has happened, what is happening, what is going to happen, what she should do. She is still, I think, feeling the effects of that Nat 1 of, like, I have the tools of a leader and the dreams of a survivor. She is feeling quite like she's of that similar vibe of like, I have much more power than I thought I would ever need, and is just trying to give all the helpful information to the people who she believes would utilize it better than herself.
Walking with her, you approach an area within Vasselheim, this tall, blocky structure, and you can see that around it there are panels of stone turning on massive stone wheels and plinth. Every square inch of this massive, blocky keep is covered head to toe in runes. Vast and many, written large and then small. The lintels of the doors have runes, some 4 inches tall, but then some molding, and that molding will have the sort of little half-inch runes written along that, but then on the ridges of that, even smaller, are written others in language upon language upon language, and you see within this holy site of the Knowing Mentor. As you walk within, the smell of incense is so strong and powerful here. You see, wearing heavy cloaked robes, the faithful of the Knowing Mentor walk inside this place. You see the runes alight, and I think, actually, you can all look and see that as Crocus walks, his footprints leave a little bit of glowing magic behind as they step on the rune-covered... Even the floors here are covered in runes. Moving forward, you enter a holy chamber, moving up a short staircase to rows of dormitories, and you see, in keeping with sort of a cloistered order, that the bedroom of what they call the Farseer is as humble as any of the cloistered order gathered here. It is no grand or palatial bedroom, but you walk inside and see two figures side by side. There is a half-orc, old half-orc man, big cow-catcher chin, two tusks coming up, but he looks frail. He looks sort of like he's wasting away. You see that he has a kind of like multiple like sort of stick and poke tattoos over him, and one of the tattoos written in the writing creates the shape of an eye in the center of his forehead, and you see that he sort of shakes, blankets piled on top of him, but is shaking under a disease. Next to him, you see a dwarven matriarch, priestess, warrior, smith, crafter, a woman, she stands. She has this massive bearskin mantle over thick, like, leather and scale armor. She sort of is sitting on a small stool. The stool strains under the armor. Giant stone hammer on an amulet around her neck. She has scars and injuries on her that are far from cosmetic. There's an injury. She's missing about 3 or 4 teeth from the top and a little bit of the bone of her upper jaw. You can see the lip hangs down from an old injury here. She has seen battle. You look at some of the rubble out on the wall and you wonder if she was not in the direct line of some of those blasts from earlier. And you see that there is an enormous round steel shield next to her.
How can I help?
That you see has a symbol on it of a cracked anvil. You see that she holds this orc has these, she's like very tall and gangly, has this long, frail hand, and she's got these squat, strong, blocky hands that are grasping at this into the hand of the Farseer. As you enter, you see her speaking. Who here can speak Dwarven? Strangely. What she says over and over again
your command.
Is just going, I cannot hear you, but please hear me. I know I cannot hear you, but please. As this healing magic pours out, Nia, sort of effortlessly,
I await your
you can feel or tell that
something amiss.
The healing magic is entering over and over again, and it is not finding purchase. It is not finding what it needs to find.
I am weak.
I look to Aldonwin to see if she's giving me leave to enter the space.
Yes, you see she enters and gives introduction. She says, Morgan.
Yes?
I am...
That shouldn't be too difficult.
Sorry to disturb you. This is Rainier. And you see Morgana turns and goes, Rainier, I don't know you, my child.
No, and I don't know you, but I have information about the
How may I assist?
Availability or lack thereof of our gods.
She looks to you and says, so it is true. And you see Eldamon says, my mistress's magic has left me. And you see that ready. Morgana turns to you and says,
am I needed?
Strange.
Happy to help. To try to help anyway.
The tidings here. You see, she steps up, placing the hand of the Farseer gently on his chest.
What?
And goes, she turns to you and goes, I am Morgana Thundershield.
I am yours to command.
Of you see that she looks to you and says, you bring tidings of what has befallen the Moonweaver. You see Eldamon turns to you and says, our connection to the gods is the most precious thing that we have. And
speak your mind.
We have long sent our hearts out to our sisters, siblings in the followers of the Allhammer. And you see that Morgana looks down and says, though our magic is availed to us, none
the group needs me
of our order have heard. None in living memory have heard Palmer's voice. We feared him, dead, captured, or worse. When the gods war, suddenly there are more prices to pay. You see, she looks to Eldamon and says, but strange it is for For many years, the followers of the Moonweaver have joined us as well in being unable to hear the words of reassurance of their goddess. And we fear the worst now that their magic has left them.
It may have left some, but not all.
Aldano speaks and says, Rainia is a cleric newly forged of the Moonweaver who has her miracles at hand. And you see that Morgana sort of squints.
Phyllis Faulty! Sire, in Harboring's name, it will be done.
And I know this sounds ridiculous, but I am the mortal sister of the Moonweaver herself. Or a piece of her.
Phyllis Faulty!
She sort of hits that lived hard. Lived with
Ready for anything?
in my sister. And before she left, she shared with me that I will have her magic as long as I continue to hold faith and continuing to hold faith. So it is all very confusing, and Nia still is like, she worked on this speech on the ship and none of it is coming to her in this moment. But she just always does offer us how she can work. She has miracles on hand. I'm traveling with my companions, and we all have different gifts, but I think I need to share Liana, the Moonweaver's message to the people, or at least the people at this.
Something is wrong here.
Quite a while speaks up from the This young woman has crossed the cosmic sea to carry the words of the Moonweaver from her very lips to you.
Something is wrong here. It's not working, guys.
Men of the ash of southern Guisar, so that she might come and bring hope.
Just ask, and I'll do it.
You must bear witness.
I cannot deny what I've seen from this woman. Her faith is undeniable.
Hey, one walk.
Eldanwin
Victory shall be ours.
to you,
Know this.
along with Morgana.
Actually, as we perform,
Happy to help.
make these phrases,
Try
I
to
gently
help.
tap the heart's hammer on my side.
You tap the hammer at your side, looking at Morgana. You see she looks at you,
Something
smiles,
is wrong here. Working.
gives a sort of knowing nod as a member of the same faith. You see
Where can I be of most
That-
use?
Eldanwin says, I do not know
Yes? Consider it done.
if Nina has spoken to you. She told you that she need leave this place.
Yes.
They all are.
That cannot be. You see, Morgana looks up at you and goes, All Hammer would not abandon this world.
They are not the same thing.
It is a mercy, I swear.
How may I assist? Fair
From
enough, my friend.
what was shared with me, it is their influence, their presence on this world has allowed for great evil, despite the intentions of the gods. They are taking leave to protect us from them. It sounds ridiculous, I know, but there are pockets of power available. I have one. I cannot imagine I'm the only person. Maybe of the Moonweaver, I'm the only. But there is work to be done.
Eldanwin, in this moment, I think you see Eldanwin struggling mightily.
Am I close enough to Aldenwin to take her hand?
Yeah.
I take her hand and I put my other hand over it. You are no longer meant to fare alone. There is power that I have that I am readily available to share with you. If you remind yourself to keep faith in a God far away.
As the words "keep faith in a God far away" resound, you see her heart break and she collapses into you, all pride gone. These clerics are servants and they strive for humility, but in striving there is that desire in the back of every cleric's mind to be the greatest servant. And the desire for that greatness is itself sometimes an obstacle to the humility that is required to serve. And you see here, as you hold her, that hubris collapses and gives way to true humility. She wipes a tear from her eyes. It has been my greatest honor to serve her. And my life's greatest joy, to learn,
Yes?
to share her miracles. During the darkest
How can I
hours
help?
of the calamity, I always felt her at my side.
Yes?
To wield her magic was effortless. Perhaps it will be an even greater joy to learn to build it up again. Anew.
I would guess
Has no effect! Has no effect!
the devotion to rebuilding,
Has no effect!
you will see
Has no
something
effect!
strong within yourself
It's been at
that you may
40.
have never known. This is
I am
an
yours to
opportunity.
command. I go forth.
Dare I say a boon?
She smiles, and you hear a sudden from the bed as the Farseer
Am I needed?
awakens.
Can you go to him?
Yeah.
She goes to him. She tries to sort of copy
I am ready.
Morgana's. Just takes his hand and
needs
tries
me?
to like
Avery!
cure or heal or help or just keep him there.
Go ahead. You can pour energy in there. Ask for a medicine check, and you can just have advantage as you pour actual healing magic into it.
Crocus goes over to Alexis and just kind of picks her up under her feet. Strength starts now, and I picks her up and makes her stand.
She's standing again. And you see her looking, and you see her immediately
How are we helping
for
the less
whatever
fortunate trudging around in here?
disaster has befallen her station. And it's mostly a disaster of people like to have a role, and she's been the one with all the answers. And instead, she looks at this young cleric in a true sense,
Something
a prophet,
amiss?
a messenger of a divine truth, and studies your hands to see how you are doing.
Crocus.
Yes?
You said medicine?
Medicine, and roll with advantage.
Oh, I will.
Entirely unreadable dice.
I know. Just math. 23.
23!
Yes. 16.
I'm just
Nia-
looking at the die.
It's pretty.
Nia never knew the world that Eldan would.
Unpleasant memories.
Eldan knew the height of calamity and how to call. She was a young adult at the outset of calamity and has lived an entire long life in Vasselheim, wielding the magic of the Moonweaver,
I am yours to command.
which those circumstances were at their worst,
How may I assist?
she saw her god's physical face
let
and
me
felt the hand on her back every time. Every time she cast a guidance cantrip, the presence of the divine was a
And it's faulty.
and what does she see in this new world? One cleric has to call on the aid of the
I am
divine,
yours to command. At your command.
not as just seeking intercession from a god. In other words, in all of the past centuries of Exandria, every divine spell was a direct intercession from a deity. Now it's not. It's you. So what does she see in this moment as you go to the Farseer?
She... The Farseer hasn't spoken at all, or has
No,
said
he said
anything.
a raspy breath.
I think Nia just speaks to him of her dreams, of the deals that her sister and herself made to find each other on the moon again one day. And she just talks of her dreams, talks of her hopes. It's very like bedside manner. Everything's going to be fine. One day my sister joked and laughed and shared and loved. And even in those dark, scary times, our love carried us through. And she's just pouring as much love and feelings of safety and of just that hope that comes with knowing that there is joy in the future.
That hope pours out of you. Anyone who wants to can make a religion check if you would like to. It feels appropriate now.
I think, sorry.
Yeah.
I think, is the Farseer, is that another nat 20? Okay. Is the Farseer's eyes open or are his eyes closed?
Oh, his eyes are open.
She takes out the mirror, and I'm assuming he's like lying on his back. She takes out the mirror and tries to like reflect her hand holding his so that he may see in this moon mirror that help is here, help is available, and joy is in the future.
The Farseer looks to the mirror. What did we get for these religion checks?
Oh, I'm pulling a nettle up from my fingernail. I rolled a 6.
Great.
3.
3.
18.
18. 11. Phaedra, I think you're looking, as you've said, you're not a person of faith. And there's always been something about the direct intercession of the gods. Like, you lived under the direct intercession of the Strife Emperor for a long fucking time. I don't know how chuffed you are at the idea of the gods running around. And in fact, probably some part of you, if the goal is for the gods to all leave, hey, shit, it makes an interesting world, you know? Oh, mom and dad are going away for the weekend.
Yeah. Easy, Mara.
But what you see here is that in the center of Vasselheim, Nia works a miracle. And the miracle is that these spells of healing and of communion with the forces of nature and divinity in all the preceding ages of Exandria were heartfelt requests from the followers of these divinities for their direct intercession. Nia, through and mediated by her love of her sister, the Moonweaver, shows that divine source lives in a mortal heart as well, and is her belief that intercedes on her own behalf. That belief that there is a reunion coming on the moon, far away in its shining silver light, that her and her sister will be reunited. And that, for the first time, does not need to be literal, does not need to feel the hand of the divine come crashing down. there is divinity in that belief itself, and that heals the Farseer. He looks into the mirror, his eyes focusing.
Hi, there you are. Hi, I'm Rainier. Welcome back.
A miracle made by hand. Thank you.
Careful now. She just rests the mirror on, like, he's on a bed of some kind, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Yeah, she just rests it on that and immediately puts her focus to him.
The easy days are behind us.
Yes.
Oh, no.
But we can create easy days.
It will be a long time in the doing.
Yes.
But I have nothing better to do with my time than to make a better world.
I'd like to show you something. Crocus? You know how you put your,
Right.
Yeah.
He walks over to the bed, kind of ducks underneath the canopy, like, and puts the orb in the hand of the man.
He holds it in these frail old hands.
So that's how it all happened. I am just awoken from a deep and painful slumber. You should keep this.
I was planning on it. It's not a gift.
He looks and says,
Knowledge is a heady brew, best consumed and shared in equal parts by all, and not hoarded by the very few at the expense of those with little.
he looks, and as the Farseer, as this head of those devotees of the knowing mistress, he looks at Eldanwin and looks at Morgana. You see that you hear a sort of clapping of hooves outside, and you see that there's out the window a kobold armored in platinum armor riding a bighorn ram disembarks a symbol of the platinum dragon over the sort of the symbol. You see he has like what to most people would be a spear, but to him is clearly a knight's lance that he places on the side of the bighorn ram. And you see that as the Farseer begins speaking, and goes,
Nothing.
Sire?
It seems my mistress has joined your
guides
sister.
my hand. Speak your mind.
Those of my order, those closest to her, all felt it. She has suffered
Something
an
amiss
eternal
in
injury,
Alvarine's name.
paid a great price in battle. I felt the wound and nearly died, and would have fallen for your intercession and power.
Victory shall be ours.
The word that now holds even greater weight as the new age dawns.
I await your need.
Faith has flowed
I'm
effortlessly
ready
as
for
the gods have walked the world. To wield their magic now will
What will it
require actually some believing in things unseen and far removed. There is great work to be done. Studies to see how your the gods wish to give their gifts still, but their gifts cannot be handled. They must be sought by the pure of heart. Also, their plan, their great plan, is in jeopardy.
weapon has
The
no
last of
effect.
the battles are soon to be fought. Far, far away.
Yes?
The final conflicts will unfold underneath the long
Consider it done.
and terrible shadow of Gordranus. That is where the final clashes will occur. But a great and hideous evil has been sealed at great cost to my mistress. Now there is some chance. However, in her parting, she relayed to me
Fair enough, my friend.
the truth that the Moonweaver relayed to you. He turns to Morgana and Eldanwin and says, the truth is as she says. The gods are leaving. You see Eldanwin weeps, and you see that Morgana just spits on the ground and crosses her arms looking grumpy.
Your process,
You see walking in this like armored kobold walks in and
I
says,
am ready.
yeah. You look
So
over.
small.
He looks up at you, and you see he looks up and says, "Brother." You see he speaks out and says, "I am Rux Tallhard, paladin of the Platinum Dragon." Rux, R-U-X.
I go forward.
As he looks around, and you see that Morgana turns and says,
Ustanza dost.
Like
I am yours to command. Very well.
those followers of the Platinum Dragon have not heard from their god in
The group needs me?
many long years. And you see that Rux speaks and says, "It troubles me not that I do not hear from him. If our hearts are true, we follow, in song or in silence. To defend the walls of Vasselheim has been an honor." And you see that Farseer speaks and goes, "And now the battle moves to Wildmount."
At your command.
you see that looking out from this place, you see that the Farseer in the bed says, "The battles that unfold in Wildmount
Something
will
amiss.
be
I shall
great and
attempt it
terrible.
immediately.
Beings of raw divine energy will seek to make the last push against
Yes?
the Scaled Tyrant, the Lord of the Hills. However, there is a problem much thornier and more complex than simple clashing of
Shouldn't
army
be too
on
difficult.
army. All of the gods must be found and leave this world in order for this gate to be
How may I
sealed.
assist? I am yours to
Several
command.
of the prime deities are captured or missing. Even with the Lord of the Hells and the Scaled Tyrant defeated, if they are simply sealed away, then he gestures to the orb. One
group needs
enterprising archmage
Sure,
need only
guide
snap
my
his
hand.
fingers and the calamity is reborn anew. We must find these captured or banished deities somewhere. They are
Ready for
within
anything.
Exandria. And you see, he
Manus Potentis.
looking out at you, he sort of speaks and says, "In your journeys, you do not come by any travelers or possibilities strings." You see Morgana sort of arches an eyebrow and says, "What, like, yeah, did you pass any massive sealed gateways between crystal obelisks that seem to have some god captured behind them?"
You are beginning to bother me.
You see, she laughs and says, "Some pragmatism, I think, is in order, certainly."
We did cross paths with a few of the deities, if you can believe it, but not the ones you are seeking.
She sort of wipes her brows and says, Eldamon looks and says, "It has been a long, long day. Nia, would you stay here in Vasselheim for a time to help teach what we may learn? Your connection to your divinity may be a road for us to take to attempt to wield the magic of our own gods.
Nia sort of looks at Arrow and is trying to gauge. Nia would love to stay, Nia would love to help, but she is not alone, and she does not want to put her needs over the needs of the group and of the team.
I sense
She says, I will stay for as long as I can,
fabled
but
treasure, terrible
I move
danger,
with my party.
probably some spiders.
I will stay for as long as I can.
She nods. You see that Rux turns to you and says, well, long days of travel, bellies need filling.
Aye.
We'll be happy to give you accommodations here in Vasselheim.
Thank you.
Let the wealth be shared, and food and drink, libations given.
Libations. Oh, I can know what that word means now.
The Farseer looks and says, there will be more to speak of. Thank you for saving my life. The knowledge you have gleaned and the path you have taken here provides some strand of hope for the battles yet to come in Exandria.
It is unending.
And you see that Rux takes you guys out from the Farseer's chamber and brings you over to a sort of frigid outdoor sort of like hall. You see people dressed in furs, and he comes over and says, cloaks and furs. It's chilly here in Vasselheim, especially for us scaled types. Important to stay warm.
Fine.
He'll be fine.
Ah! Yes, you will, brother. You are a mighty, mighty combatant, I can see. Tall and broad of shoulder.
Best in the business.
You cut an imposing figure yourself.
Small I am in stature, but it bothers me not.
To enjoy sitting still for long.
The smaller the man,
You shall
the
have
greater
something
his
to
share
do
of bravery on the battlefield.
The things I've seen my friend here do, I do believe it.
Something amiss. In Alvarine's
And
name.
to what god are you devoted?
Oh, you know, with such changing times, I'm sort of between deities at the moment. But I have faith in my companions. I have faith in Nia. I have seen all of the gods bestow wonderful gifts, both real, tangible gifts, but gifts in many other ways. My faith lies with them.
How may I assist?
Exceptional. Is that you said change? Is that change bringer or was it this?
I am not very much, my friend.
Yes.
Ha! A cagey answer for a follower of the change bringer.
Oh, you got me. Oh, hail the change bringer.
All right.
Just snorts and big puffs of kind of
So
like hot air come out of his nose.
You see, he says, very well. Some stew for my friends. And you see that he walks off to go get some food.
Just
Guard's
ask,
gonna
and
lean
I'll
in
do
and
it.
kind of just elbow Nia in the side of it and be like,
So, not too bad for your first time in Vasselheim, eh?
Victory shall be ours. You know this.
Nia sort of confides in this moment of like,
The group needs me.
Here's the secret.
Happy to help. Try to help them.
oh, that's good. That feels good.
What now?
put away.
I guess I'm gonna have to. Well, I don't even know anything about it. Do.
Easy enough.
Welcome to the new world. Arrow's telling jokes. Arrow's doing bits now.
This wasn't the change we thought was coming.
And yet it's
But
Something amiss.
we laugh. That is good.
Call it arrows humor. Oh, here, all right.
What?
Kill him now.
As your laughter rings out, hearing the sound of your laughter, you hear behind you, Nia? Nia?
whip pan turn.
Possibly keep happening.
I know a lot of people.
Well, you were told that 2 people did come to Vasselheim, and your mother and father rush through the crowd towards you.
Push past as many bodies as are in between me and my parents, and I just like I don't push that hard. Just like leaps into her father's arms, scoops her mother up as well, just holds them and is laughing, not weeping. She just laughs and laughs and laughs. Probably cry laughs a little bit, but not like there's no sadness here. There's only that weird, that like feeling of when confirmation bias turns into confirmation.
Yeah.
She knew that this was going to happen. And so she just feels a sense of pride within herself of like, this is what happens when you never give up, and just is held by her parents.
Your parents weeping, your mother, an elven woman. You see that she has band after band around her, like silvery white locks that go down to the middle of her back. Your father, a human man, grasps you and holds you both tight, lifts you up into his arms and twirls you both around. He's just weeping. You see this.
Okay, just wait until I tell you what's happened.
Rihanna found us and said that she was going to meet you at Torrens Hill.
We have to talk about it. These are my friends?
That shouldn't be too difficult.
Yes. She's okay. She is not, and she can't get the words out.
Your mother holds her.
I was there when it happened. She is the Moonweaver?
Something
Give me
amiss.
both your hands.
I love this routine.
I think while this is happening too, like the reunion here, looking at the hammer, looking at all this chaos, Garin looks over to a completely unrelated raven that's on the ground eating a piece of trash and just goes,
You did this, didn't you?
Nature.
Yeah, Crocus delivers that message, and I think Nia is just like, she's okay, she's well, she is fine, she is not here,
How may
but
I
she's
assist?
watching, and she
I am yours to command. Consider
me
it done.
here. She told me that you guys would be here, and I have power unlike I've ever seen, and I'm.
Your dad goes, am I a god?
No.
Thank you.
That is a fuck ton of a download for him.
Yeah. And you see your mom's like, I'm so sad that I've lost my daughter. But my daughter's alive. But my other daughter, but she kind of can't die. Wow, one of my daughters can't die. Can you die?
Yes.
Oh no!
But I won't.
Good.
For a time, I hope.
For a time. You see that your dad. He's like, not for a time. Your dad goes, well, that's the deal. Okay. Wow.
Something amiss.
Wow. And Nia just sort of like info dumps. Like, I found Arrow. Arrow found me, and I think right now she like introduces Arrow to her parents of like, this is the man who kept me alive.
He feels very like a wash in a feeling of satisfaction, but also awkwardness, and not sure what his place even is at this moment, where he has been trying to act like a protector, but now we're in the strongest city in the world. She's with her mother and father, and he just tries to set aside that wash of feelings.
It's a pleasure to meet you both.
They both hug you deeply. Just immediately, you are embraced. This very warm family. You see that the Father Casimir is just weeping openly. Marcia, your mother, just goes,
Raised 2 good daughters.
She weeps and goes, I cannot thank you enough. There is a gratitude greater than any other
that a parent holds for one that has seen their child through fire and torment to safety once again. We owe you everything.
I really don't like this. How are we helping the less fortunate trudging around in here?
My life. Gift is mine.
Well, our home is your home forevermore, and should you ever need a bed or a full belly, she says, please come to our home.
Come to our home. You have to see our home.
I have to see your home.
Are we still getting stew?
There's stew aplenty, and I think that in this moment, having arrived safely in Vasselheim, I will ask if there's anything you all do that night. You know, you have been asked to stay here to show this manner of faith and prayer to the clerics of Vasselheim in this way. But you journey with a group of people, and I think that as that night wears on, you guys are eating and getting stew. That group of sort of bloody hand-wrapping people, they head out that night headed for Wildmount. And I think you see, Crocus, some of them look at you with a nod of just sort of familiarity as they see a fearsome unarmed combatant much like them as they prepare to head to Wildmount for the final. It seems like the Dawn City has gotten the memo, and it is the great final clashes are going to happen, and we need to head to Wildmount at once. For the rest of you, let me ask what you do either that very night, or indeed, if you wish to stay for some time. You certainly have earned some rest.
Yeah. But before I rest, I think I am gonna try and find a certain velvet suit-wearing lord.
Yes.
See if I can find him. Just watch him for a little bit.
I was like, who?
Yes.
I switch places with Crocus. It's fine.
She doesn't watch Elton John perform, and
you see, you go ahead and start to look for this lord. Go ahead and give me an investigation check, Phaedra.
Did you bring me with you?
Not great.
Or did you go ahead?
I'll always do this. Unless otherwise noted.
yeah.
It's not great. It's a 12.
12.
Yeah.
I think you search through.
I'm helping. Can I give advantage?
Yes, you can give advantage.
Oh.
Go for it. Do it with advantage.
I'll just roll this one again. That was worse. Still 12.
I'll say this. On a 12, I think that it takes you a while. Vasselheim's a big city.
Yeah.
And I think, for the most part, I think time unfolds here. I think we're going to move through time a little bit. Nia, there's busy work for you here, working with the other clerics. Also, as time goes on, the followers of the Moonweaver have joined the Knowing Mistress. The Farseer communicates to you that the Knowing Mistress suffered a great and terrible injury somewhere in the world. Those followers now also need to learn this new way of not just asking for the direct intercession, but really it's the power of their belief that is making that magic happen. It is a harder way of doing it. It's a harder way of wielding the magic. It is something that changes forever the nature of Exandria. And as time goes on, the other high priests of the prime deities here begin to understand that this is going to be the new way it works. And that their gods are also going to go behind this gate.
About something.
Yes, you've never asked me that before. How could I say no?
I'd argue I wasn't capable.
That's fair.
Why do I call you boss?
Because you're my bodyguard. I am your boss. Same with, Otto, Tavine, all the boys.
That's not what I mean. You...
Yes, as I would have done. The group
For lack of
needs
a
me
better term,
at your
hatched me.
command.
I did. I was just a kid who won a dragon egg in a card game one day.
Shaw guides my destiny.
Life is funny in that way. You're the best victory prize I ever got.
Sire?
I think you need to examine those words a little bit. And how that might make me feel. That you don't reflect.
I am ready. Something amiss?
I don't have a mom or a dad.
Yes?
I have you.
How may I? That shouldn't be too difficult.
And I'm working for you. You, Cole. The rest of the group, your boys.
I am yours to command
But I'm
in
your
Halvorine's name. It will be done.
That's fucked up. You know,
Phaedra, for maybe the first time, Phaedra, that you've seen her, she's just completely
You must gather your party
speechless.
before venturing forth.
I come down to
Consider it done.
I reach your face. I am so sorry, Crocus. You know I love you. And you are my world. You are everything to me. It's everything that I do is so that maybe one day you can have a better life, an easier one, a happier one.
I don't know if that ever translated.
You must
may
gather
feel
your
that
party
way,
before venturing forth.
But I, until now, didn't know anything. I didn't know how to
must gather
articulate
your
any
party
of this.
before venturing forth.
You didn't teach me either. You know?
I think maybe it's
Fair
'cause
enough, my friend.
I didn't know. I think I'm not as smart as you think I am, or as I pretend to be.
But you're the smartest person I know. So,
You need smarter
Only
friends.
because you asked nicely.
I needed a mom. Not to fight for a boss.
And he's gonna start walking away.
Yes? Crocus departs. Phaedra, you are left in a muddy crossroad in a city of solemn, grave, and faithful people. Your heroic journey to get here has left you alone at this crossroads, searching for a lord in a velvet suit. You have a tattoo of a roach on your body. You're deep down criminal. You had a whole life of double-crossing, being ruthless, blackmailing people, slitting throats that needed to be slit.
The letter of the law states that we
Do you think any of these pious people in the city streets actually have a place for you when the new day comes? Even Crocus is walking away from you right now. What are you feeling in this moment?
Phaedra just stands still because it truly feels like the rest of the world is just going on and moving and changing at all these incredible
ways, and Phaedra just stands there because it feels like
The
her
group needs
clock,
me.
the one that's been
One
ticking
word about
inside her heart,
size and
the
you
one
can
that's
forget
been
it.
keeping her going this whole time. For the first time, she feels like it's stopped. It's just stuck. There's no ticking. It's just
You
silence.
must gather your party before venturing forth.
And standing there, watching everyone else pass her by on the streets, she feels
I go forth.
just invisible, almost.
As you feel invisible, you kind of do fade into the shadows for a second. Give me a perception check.
Nat 1.
You're a halfling.
Yeah.
Oh, you're a halfling.
Oh, shit. Oh, yeah. Oh.
Good looking out. Good looking out.
Thank you. Perception?
Yeah.
14.
14.
Better than 1.
You
Better
hear
than that one.
you hear a little sort of muffled from one of your pockets.
Key? Is that you?
You must gather your party before venturing
Love Key.
forth.
You've been walking around. Are you looking for somebody right now?
Yeah. No, there's this guy, this real bad guy. I met him. I served him when I was back in Rybad Cole. I mean, I think he at least was back when I knew him, a devotee of the Betrayer gods. He stabbed his own son. Which
Ew.
Yeah.
Ew.
Crazy man.
You see, it says, okay. Do you wanna? If he's near a door,
Yes.
I can help you find him if you want. If he's not near a door, then this just won't work, and I am sorry.
No. Alright. Key. This world's full of doors. He's gotta be near one, right? Let's do this.
Unless he's way outside, but people that dress in velvet don't like to sleep in fields.
That's true.
Okay. This is a trickier one than just like opening a door.
Okay.
Look into the gem and give me a formal do the thing.
Okay. Dear Key.
It is about time.
It's Phaedra. Hello.
Hi, Phaedra.
I am formally requesting you to find this motherfucker that I know who stabbed his son. Please.
Okay, give me a little more description about the guy, because motherfucker's not super technical.
Okay.
And if we can get we can do wish instead of request, just for the whole pomp and circumstance.
Speak your mind.
Hello again, Key.
Hi, Phaedra.
Phaedra. I wish that I could find this Elven. Right?
Or he was human.
He was human. Right. This human wearing he was covered in rubble, but he was wearing this black velvet suit. Find that specific motherfucker that I just described who stabbed his own son, please.
Ruby light. You're looking through a keyhole. You see this key can look out of any keyhole in the city. And as you look through it, you see, sleeping in a bed somewhere near the city's entrance, this human lord is slumbering. It looks like his lady wife has not made the journey to Vasselheim with them. But sleeping, uncovered by a blanket sheet, curled up in a fetal position on the floor at the foot of the bed, is the boy.
It will be done.
So the father and the boy are both here in Vasselheim. And you look out the window and think you know the building. There is an open window to the icy air that is coming in as the Lord sleeps under many blankets, and the boy shivers at the ground at the foot of the bed.
We'll go over there.
Hell yeah.
I say, thank you so much, Key. It's just you and me now.
What?
It's just you and me. My boy.
I've abandoned my son.
Yeah.
Damn. And I put the key back in my bag. Jesus Christ. Oh, Phaedra's a fucked up person.
Great.
Honesty is important.
You slink and see this stone building, and you see sort of handholds and the open window up above near the entrance to the city. Pretty easily.
I think that I can sort of triangulate which specific room that he's in.
Well, you see a couple of windows, and only one of them is open.
I try to climb up to there and stealthily peek in.
Hell yeah, go ahead and give me acrobatics, difficulty 10. Yes.
Ooh, what do I add? Is it Dex or strength?
Dex plus proficiency.
Oh, then in that case, 12.
Hell yeah. Crouch window sill, and look and see the water-covered boy and the Lord sleeping in his bed.
Wait, I believe I get advantage on this because of Key, right?
Of Key,
Mr.
yes,
Key.
Absolutely. And I'll say, too, that the key in this moment is actually going to go to its awakened state.
Oh, shit. Okay. Oh.
Something you would have little insight into.
Oh, that's fun. That's fun. Okay.
So you raised
sorry, so stealth is what it is, right? I think that I get. That is a
Viconia, it's simply a matter
19.
of even
No. That's a
there are those whose consumption
23.
is a crime against
23.
nature.
Hell yeah.
And that injustice should be corrected whenever
On a 23, you are in the room like a ghost. There's two sleeping people in here. You're silent as a whisper.
I just get up real close to that lord who's sleeping. And I am going to use the bonus action in the awakened state that the key is now in to transform it into a dagger. And
It has teeth.
I'm gonna hold it sort of like right against his throat. And I'm gonna say,
Roll initiative.
oh shit.
Wouldn't it be nice to have a time like this?
Oh.
How may I assist?
Jasmine is regretting this. Phaedra is not. Initiative, that's a 17.
Yours to command.
17. You're going to act first. He is awake, and at the center of his pupils, a burning ember appears
Now, not find a home
as an unholy light begins to gleam in his eyes.
Crocus walked away. And just sitting around and go, and just arguing with himself as he wanders the streets. And I think eventually goes, I gotta go fight her. and turns around and starts to try and look for where they went.
Give me perception or investigation. To be there within the first round, you got to give me a DC 20.
Okay.
You can do that.
No. But that is a 11.
11. Okay, cool. You'll not be there.
I won't be there.
Phaedra.
I say, with my dagger just aimed at his right at his throat, I say, I'm just here to talk.
Fair enough,
I'm a
my
devotee
friend.
of the Strife Emperor. I know you. I've seen you before.
You're going to have to give me deception.
Yeah.
And you know what? To
All
keep
for you, Damien.
to keep this fair,
And I'll do it.
he gets a +6 to his insight. I'm going to roll in front of the board just to
I don't get any kind of, I don't have any.
Oh, that was almost 20. He said it's a
So
14.
Can I be a mother?
You need to beat a 14 on a deception.
You can do this.
13.
Great. You tell him to.
This is bad.
So you tell him that you are.
How can I help?
A servant of the Strife Emperor, and you get a 13 on your deception. He looks at you and goes,
Servant of the Strife Emperor, eh?
and is going to hold his hand. I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Am I
It's fine. It's great. It's okay. It's gonna be fine. Not 20.
7.
7.
Yeah.
Please.
The Lord begins to arise from his bed.
Yes.
What?
Looking to you and saying, and you feel suddenly charmed by this man. He seems, you don't know why you were so
I am
pleased
ready.
with him. What's so bad about stabbing your child in the hand?
I thought as much.
He after all is such a lordly and regal man, deserving of respect, contrition, servitude. You see, he arises and says, shut, for the city is rife with fleas and cockroaches. May I have that key?
Victory shall be ours. You know this.
My lord, what for?
Because I'm going to slit your throat with it. If you can beat a 15, maybe round 2 is better for you. At the end of your turn, give me another wisdom saving throw. The difficulty is 15.
Nope. 5.
5. He is going to reach out. He takes the key from your hand. And he is going to make an attack roll. In making an attack roll, he breaks the charmed condition.
Trust is
But he is going to make an attack here. Your armor class is what?
13.
He hits. How many hit points do you have?
I'm
7.
ready for anything.
Okay.
It's almost.
He's going to roll damage with this.
Jacques.
If he rolls a 4, you're out. On a 1, 2, 3, you have hit points remaining.
CEO. The DG.
He deals 6 points of damage to you.
Okay.
As he slashes at you with the key. That is going to be. You see that the boy wakes up, looking up horrified. It is your turn.
To do the very
Can I? So it says that I can, on a
Just
bonus
ask,
action,
and I'll
I
do
can transform it back into a key instead of a
It is
dagger.
no longer in your
But it's not in my possession, so I can't do that. Okay.
Is that all? I'd hope for more.
In that case,
Just gotta learn.
Kill Peter in the last episode.
all right.
What do you mean?
It's a lot of time.
Perfect episode.
All right.
This cannot be.
Vasselheim.
I very quickly try to roll under the bed
Yeah.
and like take out
What
my
can I be of
crossbow
most use?
and just wait there, ready for a.
Give me a DC 15 acrobatics.
Okay.
Or he's going to get an attack of opportunity.
Oh shit.
How can I help?
What is it?
15.
15 acrobatic,
Yeah.
which is Dex. 11.
Character sheet or the stat
Am I
block?
needed?
I'm using it. Well, because the
What
stat.
about your
my stats
level
are not
1 with your
different.
skillsies?
My stats are not.
Use the one that's higher. Maybe it's higher.
Maybe
Get your hands if you believe.
Come on.
I believe in fairies.
No! It's being poopy.
It's being poopy.
I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
You add a +3 to acrobatics.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. So an 11 crushing.
Your armor class is a 13.
Yes.
He is attacking right now with a +4. On a 9 or higher, he's going to hit you and drop you. And I'll be clear, we are very much... I want to set expectations for the table. This may be the end of Phaedra's story at this point.
Yeah.
And a hard lesson about choosing a diplomatic and virtuous path rather than embracing slitting this man's throat in the dark. On a 9 or higher, he hits.
Please, let me help.
That's a nat 20.
I'm ready for anything.
Oh my god. All right.
Wow.
But he does not deal damage. You're 1 or 2 on the dice.
So I'm unconscious.
So you're unconscious.
But not
you drop.
dead. I'd say.
Wow.
Okay.
DC 10 perception.
No.
No, doesn't do it.
I rolled a 3.
Oh my god.
It looked very much like an 8 for a second. It wasn't.
Only I could do as much for all
Phaedra,
in need of me.
You drop to the ground.
I try so hard.
Go ahead and give me your first death saving throw.
What about the boy? The boy can't intervene? That's just a normal d20, right?
Yes. Nothing added.
Yeah, alright, I am gonna roll a different die.
You want a 10 or higher?
Yeah.
7.
That is a failure. The DC is not going to lower to 5. It's going to stay at 10.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Succeed? Okay. Standing over unconscious body, having failed her first death saving throw. Crocus, you've searched for her and arrived.
Guides my hand. Destiny awaits. Just ask, and I'll do it. Always willing to try.
Give me DC 10.
What can I be of most use? I'll certainly try.
Athletics I'm good at. That was a 15 plus 9.
24. Yes. Before Phaedra's second death saving throw, which on a nat 1 will end her life and her story. Crocus, you roar up the wall into the room to see this lord standing over her with a dagger. It's your turn.
And just right into the wall.
Go ahead and give me your attacks.
Natural 1.
Natural 1. That is a miss.
Okay. Second attack. Natural 20.
Oh my god!
Belzer.
Okay.
Full of just seas red.
How can I help?
Absolutely. Just charges the guy, slips, takes up the rug in his feet and misses the first swat, and then is just going to head down, bulldoze straight into the wall to slam him into the wall.
Go ahead and roll damage.
That is.
And you roll, it's a crit. Roll double damage.
Oh, right. That's 3, 5, 10 points of damage.
10 points of damage. Badly injured. As you slam into the wall with him, he's going to immediately take an attack against you. Actually, no, he's going to try to hit you with a spell. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah. I'm not bad, actually, anymore.
I mean, yeah, right. Oh, thank God.
Natural 1.
Whoops. He looks at you.
I can only roll 2 numbers.
He says, easy. Look in my eyes. Look in my eyes. Let's discuss. I'm going to need another death saving throw from Phaedra. On a nat 1, this is the end.
18.
18, that's a success.
Yeah. Okay.
Hope alive, keep hope alive. Listen to me. You know her on the ground. I will take my boy and leave. You tend to her. That's it. He goes, scoops up the child, takes the key, says, I'll be gone. That's it. He takes the child. You can also see the light fading out of his eyes as though you suspect he does not have any spell energy left. Shout out to 2 spell slots. And you see he grabs the child and slips out the door. You got an 18. Crocus, it is your turn.
All right. Crocus is going to. Does the charm end now that he's gone?
The charm ends. Yes.
Okay. He looks and sees Phaedra on the ground. Kind of pulls her out from under the bed. Is going to attempt to stabilize her with a medicine check.
Okay. DC 10.
That is where the 18.
18. You wrap the wound careful, and as careful as you can.
You must gather your party before venturing forth.
You swing
I shall
your
attempt it
consciousness.
immediately.
You hear sounds the Lord's voice in the stairs below, holding a child. My Lord, I found it. I found the key, at last. Very good. Find them as only a mortal can. The gate is almost finished, my humble servant. And that's where we're going to go to our break.
Oh no! It's so bad!
It's so bad once again!
Andre, you motherfucker!
You just had to call him son one time! One time! Say my boy!
Love conquers all, and by definition, the absence of love dooms us all!
I wish to apologize.
Suikoden is a JRPG series that tells its story through more than 100 unique characters. The two original titles have been united for the latest consoles as Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster. Suikoden 1, Gate Rune War is where it all started. The Empire is in chaos due to a violent tyrant, once a renowned hero. Our hero stands up as the leader of the Liberation Army and gathers allies to fight against the oppressive rule. Ideals, honor, friendship, loyalty, love, ambition. Various ideas swirl under two different flags, the Liberation Army and the Imperial Army. Suikoden 2, Dunan Unification War is the direct sequel. The main characters, three childhood friends, find themselves tossed into a great whirlpool of destiny between the kingdom and the city-states. The hero and his childhood friend Joey of the kingdom's army are ambushed by the city-states amidst a truce. In a world where the sparks of conflict are smoldering once again, the heroes come to acknowledge their own justice. Suikoden features more than 108 characters. Players travel around the world, form and expand on their relationships as they meet new friends. The number of allies that join your army will lead to leveling up your home base. As it expands, various facilities are added to increase convenience, and your journey continues. Suikoden follows a turn-based command battle. Powerful skills and co-op with allies are used to battle powerful enemies. In addition, auto battle and double speed mode have been implemented. With sped-up battles, players can deeply immerse themselves in the story. War, where the player's army fights the enemy army, and Duel, in which the player fights one-on-one. Both special fights add a new layer of tension and excitement to the battles.
That shouldn't be too difficult.
New features such as autosave, mini-map, convo log, and swapping equipment between characters have been implemented to boost practicality. The field has been completely redesigned with HD background graphics and updated character illustrations. An epic story spun anew after 30 years. Suikoden 1 and 2 HD Remaster, Gate Rune and Dunan Unification Wars. On sale March 6th.
Mouths. We love them all. And we want everyone to feel great about theirs. So we made the new Quip 360. Designed to revolve around you. A clean so good, you'll get your shine on. So clean, he lost his spit. So clean, you can kiss with confidence. Yeah, they're still going. A sensitive mode that helps sensitive types. So take a bigger bite. Take worries and wires away. With a battery that lasts up to 30 days. We love mouths. And mouths love Quip too. So whatever your mood, this brush is for you. Your mouth, your way. Every single day. The new Quip 360 oscillating toothbrush. Free your mouth.
Oh, hello. You're here to learn about Beacon? Not only the extraordinary home for everything Critical Role, but also the best way to support the very important work that we do here.
Can someone zip me up?
I know what you're thinking. What's in it for me? What do members get? Exclusive early access to tickets for live events, access to our members-only Discord server, instant video on demand and podcast access right after each episode drop, 10% discount on all merch in all 5 international online shops. With your support, more content is possible.
Shh. It's just some immersion therapy. Keep your eyes open.
We've got Beacon exclusive series like Critical Role Cooldown, where you get to sit around the table right after an episode ends, and Fireside Chat, our community Q&A powered by the Beacon Discord, and questions from members like you.
Hey, Ashley?
Yeah?
Do you want me to get you a new Mr. plushie? Because this guy is rough.
No!
I'm just gonna wash him, man.
And if that isn't enough, we've got series like Critical Role Abridged, Reslayer's Take, and Midst. Above all, Beacon is the best way to directly support Critical Role, our staff, and everyone who helps shape our company into what it is today.
I come to you in 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's episode of Critical Role.
In Alvarine's name,
welcome
it will be done.
to Weird Kids.
Never betray trust. Such is the will of the vigilant.
You look like the person at a funeral where I would wonder if you had something to do with it.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I have achieved the 21st century dream of being on a podcast.
We finally did it. Oh, hello, everyone.
Hi there.
Or some of you, whoever's listening. Maybe nobody. What a week.
And I don't even know what day it is.
Who knows? I guess it doesn't matter to people who
certainly not in here. This is kind of a liminal space.
I read highlights for children. This is way better.
Highlights was for dentist's office.
I have my California Science Center mug, which is one of my favorites.
Where'd you get that?
I got it at the California Science Center.
No, I just wanted to hear you say it again.
Look at her. I want to be her. 2025 has really just been a real banger so far.
Thank God it's over.
This might not be very exciting to listen to or watch, for that matter.
I can keep talking. Our audience wants to murder you right now.
And I peed on the stage because I was nervous.
What question did they ask?
Wait, let me spell it again.
Okay. This is great podcast right now.
My grandpa gave me this, by the way. Not to brag. I'm on YouTube a lot. Not to brag. I was Miss Junior Michigan. Not to brag. God, that's a good mug. I'm a winner, baby.
Let's hit a weird landing. Let's jostle everybody's luggage.
Why are we doing this?
I don't meet a lot of people who have a similar level of damage.
Yes!
Still restrained by the marionette tendril, is unable to get to his feet. Still racked with pain, he manages to grab his sling, slipping a stone into it, and rolls a natural 1 on his attack, missing wide. Disheartened, he goes limp, and fails his constitution save to shirk Heldwell's spell.
Pogue's just
Just stay still, okay? Just stay still.
Fair enough, my friend.
It is as if Poogs cannot hear timpani over the roar of pain.
This is a beautiful scene.